Buffalo blizzard breath tall climbs over 30 as crew continue to work dig out region. Hi everyone, welcome to AR News. Vehicles have been left abandoned across Erie County, New York in the wake of the historic blizzard that dropped feet to snow in some locations and left dozens dead. A state of emergency remains in effect in Buffalo's Erie County, New York, after a historic blizzard dropped feet in snow in some locations on Christmas and led to dozens of deaths, according to the country's officials. More than 4 feet of snow with considerably higher drift effectively buried roads and homes in Erie County, including Watertown. Hamburg and Buffalo, New York country service remains closed to Wednesday to allow essential workers to be dedicated to the weather emergency. New York government Kathy Hochul announced Monday evening that President Joe Biden had approved a request for a federal emergency declaration. Erie County officials and law enforcement are still pleading for people not to drive on snow-clogged Buffalo roads and stay home, but people attempting to drive around crews clearing snow has become such a problem that New York State troopers and 100 million military police will arrive in area Tuesday to manage the issue. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz expressed his frustration on with people ignoring the driving ban in Buffalo and hindering recovery efforts. There's people joyriding just to see the snow. Why? Poloncarz said, adding some driving to Cambro was seen attempting to drive around high-lifted vehicles clearing snow. Officials said the Buffalo-Niagara International Airport will be closed until Wednesday at 11 a.m. as crews work to clear snow from the runways, where 51.5 inches of snow have fallen since Friday. Additional snow plows are being sent from Pittsburgh International Airport to help move the huge snow piles. Poloncarz said a state of emergency is still in effect for the entire country, even though many travel bans have been lifted. Right now, Silton Street looks like battlefields of equipments, Poloncarz said. Snow is still covering most streets in Buffalo and roads remain impassable. As of Tuesday, the driving ban has been reduced to advisory for Cheektowaga and Lackawanna, but travel ban remains in effect for Buffalo. Local law enforcement will continue to ticket drivers for violating the ban, now with the help of the state and federal law enforcement. Crews are working to create at least one open lane on all Buffalo streets for emergency queues, as well as clear snow to prevent any potential flooding as the weather begins to warm. The Erie County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed additional deaths Tuesday, bringing the blizzard's death toll in western New York to 31. Prior reporters from the Buffalo Mayor's Office indicated the death toll had risen to 35, but the number was revised after early deaths were determined not to be storm-related. According to tweet Tuesday by Poloncarz, a majority of the people who died were found outside, while a few of them died inside vehicles. Some people who had no heat or suffered cardiac events while removing snow. One person died because of an ambulance delay. Sheriff deputies have concluded more than 50 rescues throughout the storm during snowmobiles and special operations. After being hit by the November snow event, Buffalo resident Kathy Beyond told whether her neighbors have once again started digging out their homes following the Christmas week's blizzard. Biden said she is thankful for her family came out much luckier than a lot of people in the city did. Weather winter storm specialist Tom Nizzol said the western New York blizzard is a weather catastrophe because of combination of factors. Every catastrophe is a result of several compounds coming together at the wrong place and wrong time, he said. Zoyle says what stands out in catastrophes is their total impact is much more than sum of the parts. Heavy snow is tough to deal with. A windstorm causes its own problems in power outage. Arctic temperature causes hyperthermia or dead car batteries. The mix of heavy snow with strong winds and Arctic temperature over an extended length of time affecting a major metro area makes a catastrophe, according to NISOIL. Major highways began to reopen after 48 hours of snowfall with rates up to 3 inches per hour. New York officials have called the snowstorm a major disaster comparable to the blizzard of 1977 and worse than the historic blizzard in November. Orchard Park, New York has picked up more than 6.5 feet throughout the weather event, and Hamburg has received nearly 6 feet. We have surpassed the scale of the storm, Hochul said Sunday evening about the blizzard of 1977. We now have what will be talked about for the generations as the blizzard of 22. Country officials said whiteout conditions were so bad ambulances had to be abandoned during an hours-long period when emergency personnel could not respond to the calls because conditions were too dangerous. Colgrass said in a tweet that this time is the first time the Buffalo Fire Department could not respond to calls. But some signs of recovery were evident Tuesday. Major highways across western New York set to reopen, including Interstate 290, Interstate 990, and routes 400 and 219. Thank you.